it's nice to be here all the way from Regency era Shondaland. My name is Nigel Bugger Blossom, and I am the premier florist in all of Mayfair. Business samples. Yeah, there you go. You know our motto? If it's not a bugger blossom, don't stick your nose in it. Now, Shondaland has many similarities to your current world, but, you know, a few distinct differences. First off, the Vitamin String Quartet is very much still popular there. We've solved racism. Sexism, still bigger than ever. We solved racism. The final difference is, of course, our primary economy is rich people throwing parties. Now, our rich people, the gentry, love flowers. Everyone from the Bridgertons, to the Floweringtons, to the Cushingley Downs. All their houses love flowers. Even day-to-day operations, they use about 12 dozen flowers, and for parties, forget it! Hundreds upon hundreds. It's a good time to be a florist in Mayfair. You know, your Dutch people may have had tulip mania back in the same time period, but our gentry's mania borders on full-on euphoria. You get it. Take, for example, the Mondridge ball. Lord and Lady Mondridge had a ball this wedding season, first one at the new estate, and they bought enough flowers to cover every single square inch that wasn't a dance hall or where the food was. Even the walls, which couldn't have flowers on them, had framed drawings of flowers that I sold them. In the middle of the dance floor where they couldn't have flowers, and a huge hexagonal case covered in those framed drawings, and then midway through the party, it unfolded, not unlike a flower blossoming. Do you want to know what was inside?
Yes.
More bloody flowers! And the orders are only getting more extravagant. We have the Duchess Twirbly down. She has ordered a tunnel of azaleas, big enough that she can ride a horse through to her son's christening announcement. The event of the season, of course, is the wedding announcement for Baron Rutherfordington Wickworth Manshire. And he has ordered all of his staff to be done up in poinsettia. And I don't mean like boutonnieres. I mean full-on uniforms for the staff of Baron Rutherfordington Shire Smith Wickin Manshire. And let's not forget, of course, the widow Quaffle House. She is throwing the ball to celebrate becoming an eligible young lady again. And she wants to arrive as, quote, in a rose blossom like the birth of Venus. I don't know how we're going to make that possible, but we will do it. I have a lot of business. And it's not just all profit. I have my expenses. There is, of course, I lease 16,000 garden plots, just all flora. That is tended to by a small army of young, dirty street urchins. It's good enough for for the lords and ladies passing out their newspapers. It's good enough for me. The small hands, it's good for weeding, you know. But I have a lot of people depending on me. My gardeners, the manure markers, the flower girl mafia, they all are on my payroll. Which is maybe why I've begun to meddle in the affairs of the time. You see, the gentry, the lords and ladies love nothing more than an extremely convoluted romantic love story. And those don't happen by accident. All right? Some of them need to be engineered. Like, for example, this season, it was me behind the hot air balloon attack of Lady Featherington. I unleashed the contraption, I actually had to get out from my hiding place and slow it down with the rigging for a bit because she tripped over her own 2 feet and no eligible gentleman came to rescue her for what I would generously say was a minute. And it's not just that, I have broader strokes that I use. I've paid off all the local coachmen that when a young couple is in their coach, their horses throw a shoe. That way they can finger blast each other to the heart's content. I think I did go too far once. There may be blood on my hands. You see, a local lord came to me saying he was going to lower his family's flower budget. And I used my connections in the Aviarist Society to organize a bee attack, because I knew he was allergic. I didn't know it was a deathly allergy. We did do his funeral for free, though, and the widow is a good customer to this day. And now, the gentry that talks of polyamory, and worse, small economical weddings with no flowers? I can't keep my hand in the game. I don't want to turn into a monster. That's why I've gathered you all here. I'm going to start a small trade union with all the people involved in rich people parties. We have the florists, we have the breeders of birds for ladies' hair, we have the makers of wax for crazy mustaches. I've also signed on the 2 prostitutes in town. I hope I can get you all to sign on.